Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Mass Effect 2. In the last episode, we met the Elusive Man, and he let us know that human colonies were being abducted en masse, and wants us to look into it now that we're back in fighting shape. So we headed out to Freedom's Progress, the latest human colony to be hit, and found no humans there, but some active security mechs, and a team of Quarians, including Tali. Good to see her again. Who are looking for Vitor, another Quarian who was there on pilgrimage, and they were basically trying to rescue him or recover him, because it is Vitor who reprogrammed the security mechs because he's a little unstable, you might say. And unfortunately, the Quarians kind of got their butts whooped by the mechs. Because they got a little too aggressive, you could say. And so we had to deal with the mech, huge, mech that we had to blow up there. And then we met Vitor, who provided us with information that the colony had been hit by the Collectors, a force that we, as of yet, have not encountered. So we need to look into them, figure out how they are disabling the colonists, and figure out, where they're coming from, and how to deal with them. So, we're going to be building a new team. We've got ourselves a new ship, the Normandy SR-2, a larger and more impressive version of the old ship. And so we are ready to go ahead and get to work on that. But before we do too much of that, we're going to go ahead and walk around, meet the crew, and see who we've got so far. We do have Joker. He is back as our pilot, so I guess we'll go ahead and chat with him first.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby. Better than new. It fits me like a glove. And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
Well, this is just a copy.
It's not the same, Joker. There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
There's us. I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years sucked. You'll see. Even if an AI is spying on us, no way they'll invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
I hope so. I died.
Yeah, you are such a downer.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and talk to Edie, the new AI.
Yes, Shepard.
Alright, so let's talk about you.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
What do you do here?
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Additional functions?
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Okay. So, what kind of monitoring devices are we talking about?
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Okay, and so what about the cyber warfare suites?
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Impressive.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
All right. What else can we talk about?
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
Let's talk about Cerberus.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
Okay, let's ask about Cerberus's structure then.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the elusive man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
Do we know how many of these cells there are?
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Very well. What about Cerberus's resources?
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
All right, well, what about this ship?
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Very well. Anything else we can
Let's
talk
discuss
about?
something else.
Ready.
Nothing really.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Okay. There's a codex entry there. All right, we got Yeoman Chambers.
I'm Yeoman Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I shouldn't need much assistance.
I handle my own business.
I understand. I won't bother you unless it's important. Anything else, Commander?
Let's chat.
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
So what exactly do you do?
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Is that all?
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
So you're a counselor?
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes. I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
Okay, well, sounds like it's a good thing you're here.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Sure.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Anything with the crew right now?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Anything else, Commander?
Okay.
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything. Welcome aboard, Commander.
Alright, we'll deal with the unread messages later, because I don't think there's really going to be anything that important in there. Alright, so here's the armory. I'm currently using the shuriken machine. Well, I don't have any other machine pistols available. A phalanx? Yeah, we'll probably switch to that. And there really isn't anything else besides the grenade launcher that I have right now. Alright, Jacob, let's get to meet you. Or get to know you a bit better. We talked a little bit previously, but let's see what else we can find out.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
It's a risky assignment.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk, and you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
Like what?
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
Alright. I appreciate your honesty.
It's good to hear a clear opinion. Sounds like we're two of a kind.
That honors me more than you, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
Alright then. Okay, so nothing through there. Can't get into there yet because we don't have Morden, who we've been told to go get first, and that is probably the best idea. We'll go over the dossiers here in a little bit, but I just want to go ahead and hit the rest of the crew.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Yes, I'm aware. Crew's quarters. Alright, so I think... Yeah, this is the XO's office. Miranda's office.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Let's talk.
You have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
Well, let's ask about you first.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
Genetic modifications.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
You're pretty cocky.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
Alright, well, doesn't look like we have anything else to ask.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
I actually do have things I need to ask you. Actually, you know what? We'll just leave that for later, because there are some things that I can't quite do yet.
Come on, Rupert. I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
Real nice, Mr. Gardner.
Alright, let's talk to the mess sergeant.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Mess Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
Need anything?
You have everything you need.
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
Alright, so what can I do about that?
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
Give me the list.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
So what are your responsibilities?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
Janitor and cook?
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals.
I wash my hands. Most of the time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
Okay, so why did you join Cerberus?
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help. Be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
Alright, and what are your thoughts about Cerberus?
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
Alright, well I think we're done here.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
Alright, and the med bay. And we've got Dr. Chakwas. Hello.
Commander Shepard, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
Good to see you too.
Nice to see a familiar face, Doctor.
I feel the same. I wish more of the original crew could be here. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Alright, well, how are you set up here? Do you need anything?
You have everything you need.
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll keep an eye out.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
It shouldn't be too big a deal. Alright, so why are you here?
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
Alright, so why'd you leave the Alliance? Well, other than coming here.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center. A very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
So you prefer to work on starships?
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
Fair enough. Alright, how do you plant our odds?
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
Alright then.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Okay, can't go through there just yet. And can't go through there just yet. And so what else do we have on this deck? We've got the women's restroom.
Shepard, the men's restroom is on the port side of the ship.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Wow. My family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
Alright, yep, crew quarters. And there's the other restroom. And can't go into any of the other things yet. So, down to engineering. Nothing that way. Nothing that way. I don't think there's anything down here yet. In the subdeck. Nope. There will be, though. Eventually. And here is main engineering. Drive core. And our engineers.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
Hello.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Anything you guys need?
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What's the issue?
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there is an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
And why don't we have these?
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected. It's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Well, I'll keep my eyes open for them. Alright, so where'd you guys train?
Where did you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
But you left?
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seem to be doing that.
Okay. I guess we'll ask them how they joined.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
Alright. And what about Gabby?
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. They'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
Alright then. And how do you actually feel about working for Cerberus?
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Fair enough.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander. I'm amazed Shepard came down to see us.
I told you he would.
Alright, and I think that's all the crew that we have available at the moment to talk to, so... And don't need to go to the cabin yet. Alright. So, we'll go ahead and check our unread
There's
messages.
a message waiting at your private terminal. I believe it's from Counselor Anderson.
Okay then. What do we got? Message for Anderson from Counselor Anderson. On the off chance that the rumors are true and you actually are alive, I need you to come and talk to me on the Citadel. A lot has changed in the last 2 years. You put me on the council, and it's only fair that you be allowed to speak for yourself about what we've been hearing. We'll get around to that. We'll mark that as read. Deal struck with Zaid Masani from the Elusive Man. Shepard. We have reached an agreement with veteran mercenary Zaid Masani. You may know the name. Zaid has been involved in some of the best known and some utterly unknown military operations in the Terminus systems and is feared as a ruthless and relentless bounty hunter. I felt you might need a man with his skills on your mission, so I arranged to have him join you. You'll find him on Omega, where he's wrapping up his current bounty. Don't worry about his fee. I've taken care of that personally. Very well. Lost contact with a survey ship from Project Firewalker. I think this is one of the DLCs. Commander, the MSV Rosalie Something like that. A survey ship with Cerberus connections has gone missing. The survey team was field testing a new prototype, the Hammerhead Planet-Side Exploration Rover. In addition, scientists Dr. Manuel Case and Dr. Robert Eloy are aboard the MSV Rosselli. No idea how you actually pronounce that. And conducting research for us. We need you to find the ship, her survey team, and the doctors. Alright, the ship was last seen near the planet Ziona in the Elista Ismar frontier. Alright, we'll get to that. Normandy crash site located. Our scans of the Armada system have turned up something we thought you should see. The final location of the wreckage of the SSV Normandy. We thought this news may be important to you, but we also have an ulterior motive. The Alliance would like to honor the Normandy with a monument to be built on the site of the ship's final resting place. We'd like to invite you to place the monument and be the first to walk on the site. There's still 20 crew members unaccounted for from the attack on the Normandy. If you find any signs of these lost crewmen, we ask that you report to the Alliance so that those heroes' families might find some closure. I might get around to that at some point. The Cerberus assault armor. Yeah, I don't need to worry about that. Terminus armor. Yeah. Collector rifle and armor. So again, that's just more DLC equipment. Umbra visor, recon hood. Yep. Sentry interface or inferno armor. The size of your sniper rifle. The blood dragon armor. Yep. Overlord. Okay, here's another story DLC, I believe. Yep. From the Elusive Man. Shepard, one of our cells went off the grid without explanation. Project Overlord has been experimenting with highly volatile technology. I need you to investigate. Their work is extremely compartmentalized, enough that I can't divulge operational details over this channel. You'll find them on the planet Ite, Typhon system, in the Phoenix massing cluster. Please use care in this matter. We'll probably get around to that at some point. Oh, we'll definitely get around to it at some point, just not sure exactly when. Arc projector. Again, that's another piece of equipment. Rendezvous with Kasumi Goto. From the Elusive Man. Shepard. Alright, at great cost and effort, we have tracked down the master thief, Kasumi Goto, and convinced her to work with you. Very few people have ever heard of her, and fewer can claim to have seen her in person. She is unequaled at stealth and infiltration, and her skills will prove invaluable in your mission. Travel to the Zakera ward on the Citadel. There you will find a special ad terminal that differs from the usual. Input the password "Silence is Golden" to begin the rendezvous. Very well. Maddock heavy rifle, Geth plasma shotgun, capacitor helmet, phalanx heavy hood, arcana armor, and Kestrel armor. There you go. Okay, so here are the dossiers we have. So this is Zaid Masani, which we already kind of got information about that. What is this one? This is for the professor, Dr. Morton Solis, biological weapons expert, light weapons training with the Solarian Special Task Group. Dr. Morton Solis is a Solarian biological weapons expert whose technology may hold the key to countering collector attacks. He's currently operating a medical clinic in the slums of Omega. Okay, so this one is for Archangel. Small unit, tactical expertise, omnitool expert, and noted sniper. Archangel is a mercenary commander whose operations are noted for their technical expertise and strategic brilliance. He is responsible for high-profile attacks on gang leaders on Omega and can likely be found there. Okay, so that's someone else that we'd be looking for on Omega. We've got the Warlord, Dr. O'Keir. Millennia of combat and strategic expertise, rumored familiarity with collector technology. A brilliant, brutal Krogan warlord and Krogan Rebellion's veteran, O'Keir is obsessed with saving the Krogan from the Genophage. It appears he contacted the collectors to gain the necessary technology, currently at a Blue Suns camp on Corliss. His relationship with the mercenaries is unknown. Okay, so that's someone else we're going to need to go after. We've got the convict, Jack. No last name loan. Exceptional bionic ability. Criminal background. Currently in custody. Jack is rumored to be the most powerful human biotic. Little else is known, but the subject has a history of violence and should be approached carefully. Currently, Jack is being held on the Turian prison ship Purgatory. Cerberus has negotiated for the subject's release. Okay. And our last available dossier, Kasumi, which we've already kind of heard about. We got a few more that are not available just yet. So that is where we're going to be going. So, our first destination is going to be Omega, but I think at this point we're probably done for this episode, getting into the ship and crew, and dealing with all the kind of initial business here. So, for next episode, we'll head on to Omega and meet, I guess, Zaid, Morden Solus, and Archangel are going to be our recruits that are available there. So, for now, we'll stop here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.